next up is that comedian straight from Staten Island. Let's put our hands together for John Kurscher.
Thank you, everybody. Thank you for coming out, man. It's a dangerous neighborhood in Staten Island. Oh, all Italians. I feel like I'm at a dinner. You know what I love about Staten Island? I don't live here anymore. I live in Jersey now, but I'm out here a lot. What I seem to do, first thing I get at Staten Island, I get the Advance, the Staten Island Advance. I sort of miss that paper. It's like localized, you know? The first thing I do is I go into the obituary section for some reason. Not that I think people I know died, but I'm sort of hoping I find somebody that I know, like their last name or something. Not that I want someone to die, but when I find like a familiar last name, I go, whoa! Rodriguez. I went to school with Anthony Rodriguez. His father, it must be his father. And I call him. I also look at weddings and engagements. I like that. Hey, Anthony, what's going on, man? Your father passed away? Yeah, John, my father died. I haven't talked to you in like 10 years. I know, but I seen that your father died. It's in the Advance. And I see you got engaged, too. Congratulations, Anthony. If that's the name I even used. I just got recently engaged, and I'm getting married soon. Thank you. Clap. Yeah. And it's a backwards relationship, everybody tells me, because she's Puerto Rican, and I brought the kid into the relationship. Now my son, he's cool. I like him. I'm not in love with him. I like him. He's cool. He carries shit for me. He's 6 now. I think once a kid turns like 5 or 6, they're great because they can start carrying things for you. He lost his first tooth the other day, and right away we told his father. His father's ecstatic. But if you look at him and you look at me, you could definitely tell that I hope he's mine. You know what I mean? He's from a different relationship. Not with my wife now. She had a flat tire. She calls me up. Babe, I got a flat tire. I'm on the side of the road. I got to a car. She goes, I got everything ready. Everything's ready for you. When you come, you change the flat. Now I'm thinking when I get there, everything's going to be ready. And when I get there, there's a sneaker and a wrench and just her sitting on the side of the car. I figured she's Puerto Rican. Maybe she'd have it on cinder blocks already. Just waiting for me. No. I punched her in the face with the sneaker. 'Cause at that point, none of it is able to be used for changing a tire at that point. I should have brought my kid. He could have carried shit for me. You know. You know what I'm scared mostly about being with a Puerto Rican is having Puerto Rican kids. Do I look like I could stand a shot with a Puerto Rican kid just ruling my household, just walking around with toothpicks in his mouth and blades under his tongue, you know? I could just picture myself laying there in bed and him just standing over me before I wake up. Like, yo, dad, wake up, son. Now, he's 1. My Puerto Rican son is 1. I don't know if he makes it past 1. The gang life, I don't. Yo, dad, wake up, son. Yo, this is mad important. Wake up. Yes, Javier? Ah, I like that. You named me Javier. Mommy made you name me that shit. That's cool. Yo, dad. Yes, Javier. Yo, do me a favor. Click the car real quick. I got to get my baby seat out of there. Jose's coming to pick me up. We're going to get tacos. Said, didn't mommy feed you? Yeah, she gave me that baby food stuff. But I'm mad hungry. Can you do me a favor? Just clip my onesie real quick so I'm not embarrassed. All right. Thank you very much, guys.
How are you, John?
Cook yourself. This is you. There you go. All right. So what's going on, buddy?
It works.
Nothing.
Where's my brother?
Nothing much.
Where's my brother tonight?
He didn't admit that you were his brother.
Probably not.
I said your brother does the TV show. He said no. Like he looks just like you. Not my brother. So your brother doesn't do anything.
Unless we had Star Wars premiere tonight, he'd be here. Oh, but listen, let's get into you. When did you start stand-up?
About 5 years ago, just about.
And what got you into it?
Well, I've always been really, really funny, and I didn't think I had the personality to do stand-up. It takes like, to even start to begin to be good at stand-up, it takes like 10 years to polish. Right. And a friend of mine, he owned a restaurant, and he said, Kursch, why don't you do a show here or something. I'm like, I don't want to do stand-up. He goes, try it. So I got about 90 of my family members, and I packed them into it like an Italian restaurant and made them all spend $80 to eat shitty food. And I did really well, but when I went into the real world of comedy, I didn't do good. I shit on the stage. It was pretty bad.
That's sick.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the problem.
Now listen, you write your own jokes, right? Do you usually...
I used to have Jerry Seinfeld write my jokes.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, but he started giving me his old jokes, and people were starting to catch on. Yeah, I write my own jokes.
Yeah, of course. But do you rehearse them, or do you just go right out and do them?
I test them like on my poor fiance, my dog,
And your
and my son. He carries shit for me. He's great.
Yes, we heard. I'm gonna call child welfare when we get out of here.
I test my. If I think of something new, I'll test it on my sister or someone that I know will tell me if it's good or not.
Right.
So she's not really credible, I guess, my sister, because she tells me things are good and they're not. The fiance is good. Nothing really gets by her. It's like Comedy Central stuff if it gets by her. If she even.
Sure.
Well,
it looks like Staten Island's coming back.
Begin with.
Staten Island's definitely making a comeback with their comedy.
Yeah.
Agree?
We have you got Soul Joel doing a lot of stuff around the island. I do a lot of shows on the island. You have Vic from the Looney Bin. He opened up the Looney Bin and he opens it up to new comedians.
Yeah.
And they test out their stuff, and I do a lot of shows out of there. And it's making a comeback in Staten Island. There's a comedy festival every year.
Definitely.
I was part of it this year. He has big headliners.
Now, why don't you promote where you're going to be in the future?
Well, tomorrow I'm going to be at an engagement party. It's a good friend of mine's engagement party.
Okay, great.
The next day, this airs in November, I think.
November 27th, yeah.
So if you
this
can go
don't
back
air
in time.
This don't air November 27th.
No, what
No,
he's
no.
talking about, the
That's
Looney
my
Bin
future
with
one.
Jim.
That's one that they could actually come to.
Yeah.
But I have a show this Saturday night at the Allure Cafe, and if you're watching this and you have like a time machine, I wouldn't go to the comedy show if I had a time machine. I would like find like lottery numbers and stuff. But if you do want to go to my comedy show that's Saturday, get in the time. But who has a time machine?
You're a trip. Now listen,
November 27th, the weekend after Thanksgiving, we have a big show at the Looney Bin.
Okay.
Headlining is Jim Mendrinos. He's been in everything. You just look him up, Google him. He's a writer. He writes for a lot of talk shows and stuff. He writes for I think the VMAs and stuff.
Well,
Very
listen,
cool.
your time is up,
Yeah.
unfortunately.
All right.
Give him a website, Facebook, MySpace, whatever
You
you
just
have.
Facebook. Just Google me. I like when people Google me. I Google myself all day.
it's a trip.
Well,
I made myself so Googleable. I'm like the whole first page.
Let's give it up for John Kurscher. John, nice to come in. No hang out. All right.
Funny.
John Kurscher.
Funny, good.
I think he was too funny.